In the electric realm of sports, where stories unfold with heart-pounding intensity, there are rivalries that transcend the race itself, captivating audiences and uniting nations. The chronicle of Haile Gebrselassie and Moses Tanui is precisely such a tale. It traces a journey that began with rivalry's spark in 1993, reaching its crescendo at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics. In this narrative, their names resonate as symbols of more than competition. They signify the fusion of Ethiopia and Kenya into a shared story of unity and inspiration. As the starting gun fired in 1993, the collision of Gebrselassie emerging brilliance and Tanui's seasoned skill set the stage for a rivalry that would forever bind their names. This dynamic found its zenith on the Grand Olympic stage in 1996, a moment etched in history when their performances not only showcased their individual prowess, but also illuminated the larger narrative of connection between their countries. Their journey speaks to the might of athletic rivalry as a conduit for greatness, bridging borders and kindling the spirit of unity. From their historic clashes to the legacy they've carved, Gebrselassie and Tanui's story isn't just about races won and lost. It's about the enduring power of competition to shape destinies and inspire generations. Gebrselassie insightful observations came into sharp focus during the pivotal 1993 World Athletics Championships, held on the hallowed grounds of Stuttgart, Germany. It was on this global stage that the threads of shared aspirations and collective destinies began to unravel, revealing the dynamic synergy between Kenyan and Ethiopian athletes. Fast forward to the grand stage of the 1996 Atlanta Olympics, and Gebrselassie, by then an unequivocal standout, emerged as the frontrunner for the 10,000 meters race, carrying the hopes and dreams of his nation. However, journey back to the earlier timeline of 1993, and Gebrselassie potential had not yet been etched in the annals of history. Despite his triumphant exploits at the U20 level, the aura of invincibility had yet to envelop him fully. The narrative pivoted significantly after he clinched second place in the highly contested 5,000 meters event, a precursor to the grander challenges that awaited him in the 10,000 meters race. Gebrselassie mission was clear: to dethrone the reigning Kenyan world champion from 1991, the formidable Moses Tanui. In a recollection that resonates with the clarity of the moment, Gebrselassie reflects, "While Tanui stood as a robust contender, my primary concern that day was directed toward Richard Chelimo, whose display of formidable strength and prowess caught my attention. Chelimo's impressive performance in the preliminary rounds had cast a shadow of uncertainty over the race's outcome, only alleviated as the event unfolded, and Gebrselassie recognized Tanui as his primary adversary." This backdrop also underscores the historical context of the 10,000 meters race, where preliminary rounds were a defining feature until 1999. The unfolding drama of the race bore witness to Chelimo's tenacity in keeping pace with Tanui, while Gebrselassie trailed closely behind, his gaze intermittently converging with Tanui's, a silent yet potent exchange of competition. The climactic culmination arrived with the final lap, an arena charged with palpable tension and unbridled excitement. In a twist of fate, Gebrselassie inadvertently collided with Tanui, inadvertently igniting a series of actions that would etch this race in history. Tanui's exasperated response, a flurry of agitated movements, an assertive expulsion of a shoe, and a determined bid to break free from Gebrselassie pursuit, encapsulated the raw emotion of competition. However, within the concluding 100 meters, Gebrselassie strategically maneuvered along the inside lane, surging past Tanui and seizing victory, his maiden triumph on the global stage of senior championships, completed in a tantalizing time of 27 minutes, 46 seconds, and 2 hundredths. This transformative moment extended beyond the racetrack, weaving into the fabric of Gebrselassie familial narrative. Prior to this feat, Gebrselassie father had harbored skepticism regarding his son's aspirations in athletics. Yet the sight of his triumphant return from the World Championships, adorned with a gleaming symbol of achievement in the form of a new Mercedes, the family's inaugural automobile, ushered a paradigm shift in his father's perspective. On the parallel trajectory of the Kenyan camp, emotions ran high, colored by a sense of perceived injustice. Tanui, reflecting in a later interview with a Kenyan publication, maintained that he was aggrieved and that his country's athletic federation should have registered a formal protest. Despite harboring no animosity toward Gebrselassie, this divergence of perspectives unwittingly nurtured the seeds of a congenial rivalry between the two nations, a rivalry Gebrselassie regards as pivotal in sculpting his own athletic odyssey. The years that ensued, spanning 1994 and 1995, bore testament to Gebrselassie meteoric ascent, marked by the establishment of new world records in both the 5,000 and 10,000 meters. The subsequent decade unfurled a captivating chapter, wherein Gebrselassie journey interwove with that of Paul Tergat, the towering Kenyan counterpart. The 1996 Olympics bore witness to Gebrselassie commanding triumph, while the ensuing 2000 encounter showcased his unwavering resolve in a closely contested victory. Much like Tanui's indelible impact on Gebrselassie, Tergat's presence was instrumental in Gebrselassie trajectory toward greatness. In his characteristic candid manner, Gebrselassie reflects, "While the tale often spotlights my triumph over Paul Tergat in the Olympics, it is equally imperative to acknowledge Tergat's thrice-repeated victory over me in cross-country, a feat that served as an incendiary agent, igniting the flames of our competitive spirit." In the modern sporting panorama, the undeniable prominence of Kenyan and Ethiopian athletes contending for laurels in distance events at both World Championships and the Olympics stands as a testimony to this enduring narrative. Yet, the roots of this celebrated rivalry trace back to an era antecedent to Gebrselassie ascendancy, when his enduring camaraderie with prominent Kenyan athletes facilitated a symbiotic evolution, characterized by mutual growth and respect. In the tapestry of sports history, the stories that endure are those of fierce competition, unwavering determination, and the bonds that transcend rivalries. The journey of Haile Gebrselassie and Moses Tanui encapsulates this essence, reminding us that their rivalry wasn't just about who crossed the finish line first. It was about igniting a spark that would light a path of unity and inspiration. As the curtain falls on their narrative, their names remain emblems of the unifying power of sportsmanship. From the early clashes to the grand Olympic stage, they've etched a legacy that extends beyond themselves, shaping the very connection between Ethiopia and Kenya. Their journey serves as a reminder that in the world of sports, it's not just about medals and records. It's about the shared pursuit of excellence that transcends borders. Their rivalry, their triumphs, and their enduring camaraderie illuminate a path for future generations of runners, reminding us that while competition may spark the fire, it's the spirit of unity that keeps it burning bright.